Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We want to start on the daily time frame. Bitcoin is pushing higher despite holiday weekend in the US, and traditionally volume is very low. And overall the crypto market today wasn't very exciting, but Bitcoin still steaming ahead like a steam train, pushing higher in our primary scenario, which is great. So Bitcoin has reached, first of all, now officially the 61.8 extension level on the daily time frame, which was our next target, which is fantastic. With that, we can now very comfortably count 5 waves to the upside between the September low and the current high. That gives us a lot of confidence. Bitcoin can still push higher, and here on the daily time frame, it is the area between 38,272 and 43,000 that we should definitely focus on and watch. What should happen ideally when we look at the microstructure, we're going to do that in a minute, because also here the primary scenario is currently being fulfilled by Bitcoin. If we go a little higher, then afterwards the risk for a deeper pullback will increase. Now you can see here this channel or wedge pattern. It could be that we just reach the lower trend line, the lower boundary line in this support area, which is a wave 2 support area, and then we just need to pay attention to it. And we need to pay attention to it, need to see, okay, do we hold the trend line? A break of the trend line is not necessarily, a break of Elliott Wave patterns or anything. It's not necessarily bearish, okay? It's just not. Just be aware that it still sort of plays a certain role, but it doesn't change necessarily the wave count. You will remember here we had something similar that was in July, where everybody panicked. Everybody panicked again when this trend line broke. Also wedge pattern. And what happened? It made a small dip. So it was somewhat relevant, the break of that trend line, but it did not lead to new lows. It did not lead to a new bear market, and our bullish scenarios still continued to be fulfilled. We had an adjustment on the microstructure, looking at the microstructure, but it never invalidated our bullish scenarios overall on the daily time frame. No, it didn't invalidate any of them. Even the one that I did count at the time, this very bullish 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 setup, technically never got invalidated. But I have to admit, it's less likely, given that on some exchanges we had invalidation, not on the larger ones. But still, we want to... I decided, looking at the proportions that we have here, to count the move up of the November lows into the April highs a larger wave 1 and the move down a wave 2. And now this is another 1-2 setup here. Just one comment to make. If Bitcoin breaks now in one go above 43K, I would activate the alternative here on the chart, which is the B wave. So the problem is that this would then give us a very corrective look of the increase, because this leg would have a similar length as this one, connected by a correction. Looks like an ABC structure, could easily make new lows, or at least a more substantial correction. Okay, so what I would really like to see is that we maybe push a little higher. The microstructure still allows for that, getting somehow into the middle of this white box here between 38,270 and 43,000, and then a corrective pullback in this wave too. That would be ideal. Now let's take a look at the 1 hour chart or 4 hour chart. I have adjusted now, not adjusted the wave count, but I've taken out the alternative. With Bitcoin making a new high today, it's fulfilling the previous yellow wave count. It's now white again, because it aligns with the overall wave count that we've counted here. But great. I mean, it's pushing high. It broke above that trend line. I made you aware in the previous video that we had a potential 5-wave move up coming here. And that 5-wave move could be the C wave. Looking at the 1 hour chart, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and possibly 5 with a very much extended 5th wave in wave C. But it did what it needed to do. It would now be, on the daily time frame, I did just mention to you, we have pretty much a very comfortable 5-wave structure now of the September lows. When we investigate the microstructure, it seems ideal for the price in wave C at least to reach 38,760. Maybe even a little higher, possibly up to 40.9K. That's the 1.618 extension. So the white box is basically the ideal target area for wave 3. Then it should ideally form a small dip in wave 4 before it pushes higher in wave 5, which should also be a 3-wave move, just like the 3rd wave was. and it could possibly reach 41 to 42k. Will certainly depend a little bit on how high did the wave 3, or where does the wave 3 end. And then when we have the wave 4 in place, we can also calculate a target for wave 5. But here we really talk about micro counting. But overall, the micro counting did pretty much work out here. No invalidation in the last few weeks, and Bitcoin follows the trend, and Bitcoin follows our preferred scenario, which was for one more high before the larger decline can start in this wave 2 correction. Now, this wave 2 correction, which will be in here in this support area, this support area will have to change together with the price. So once I have a confirmed top in place here, I will adjust the support area. I mean, I can adjust it now, because now it's at 27,360. It doesn't make a great difference. It has to move with the price. You know, I calculate this support area based on the length of wave 1. So the longer wave 1 becomes, the higher wave 2 would become as well. So that's sort of important to understand. Yeah, I think it's all going well. That move today was additional evidence that we are in a bullish market, because we have even clearer 5 waves up already. We could already count 5 waves up here on the 9th of November, but now it's even clearer. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a channel member, you get access to the weekly live streams. Every Sunday we do a live stream. Then you get access to Discord and Telegram as silver and gold members, the chat rooms, educational material, and as gold members, you get access to additional short-term market updates. And also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.